So the Nintendo Direct happened earlier this week at the time of this recording, and I was totally excited for Metroid Prime 4, but I didn't lose my shit or anything. There is a God! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Okay, I sound like a dude who just discovered religion, but still, look, I've been waiting for this game for years. And I mean actual years. You guys don't get it if this is like your first time seeing a Metroid commercial or trailer. In fact, if you join the fandom around Metroid Dread, first off, welcome to the club. Don't worry, those jackets will get here eventually. We just never actually bothered to have them in stock because nobody knew was joining the club. But anyway, Metroid Prime 4 was released, and honest to God, I was excited. From everything I saw, how the game looked, to the graphics, too. Yeah, Sylux. Or is it Sylux? Sylux? So I'm just going with Sylux. This has been a dude that has been at the forefront of my mind for a long time. Seriously, there's a lot you can theorize when it comes to Nintendo games. Seriously, like, in Metroid alone, there's so many questions that didn't get answered till Dread. Where did all the Chozo go? What happened to them while they're extinct? Why is Samus able to shoot missiles out of her Orm Cannon? Why doesn't Samus just keep the upgrades? The list goes on. Then there's Sylux, who is just literally the most confusing thing in all of Metroid, and that's not a joke, he literally is. Seriously, if you see the opening for Metroid Prime Hunters, we don't even know what he is. And I mean quite literally. His species is unknown. People assume he's human because he's stolen Galactic Federation gear, and it seems like their gear is made for humans in general, but we don't know what that is. There could be a humanoid-shaped alien under there that has 17 eyes. Or it could just be some weird cyborg robot that just knows how to put on armor. No one knows! Okay, we may know his homeworld is called a place. His homeworld allegedly is a place called Sylosis, but even that's debatable considering everything else about this man is in mystery. Seriously, for all we know, this could just be the first place the Galactic Federation ever crossed paths with him. It could be where he stole the armor. It could be his base of operations. Maybe it's just where he likes to get tacos every Tuesday. We don't know. And if I'm being honest, we really know nothing about him. Like, at all. I'm not joking. And I'm pretty sure at least one of you is going, well, you keep calling him he or him, or basically saying, well, Sylux must be a man. That's the thing. No, not even that's actually confirmed. The reason I keep saying he or him is because there have been 2 times where Sylux has been referred to as a man. In Metroid Prime Hunters, with its capture mode, there's a sentence that says this: in capture mode, Sylux can pursue hunters who have stolen his Octolith and sap their energy. And the other example is where a producer for Metroid Prime says what he would want in Metroid Prime 4, and he refers to Sylux being in there as a male. But this is Metroid. This series literally got its name in the first game for telling everybody, hey, the main character is a man, beat the game. Oh, turns out that's a woman. So, honestly, just because these things are saying Sylux is a man, doesn't mean much with this series. So, we really know nothing about him. Well, that's not true. We do know a few things about him, but they don't really help us get his identity. So, here is what we do know about Sylux. He is, 1, a bounty hunter like Samus Aran. However, unlike Samus Aran, who works for the Galactic Federation, he downright despises the Galactic Federation and seems to be trying to destroy it, every last piece of it. To the point that he'll even work with the space pirates just to get something from them. Maybe he just doesn't like the Galactic Federation for being $2 short on payday, who knows. We also know he has a history with the Galactic Federation because of his gear. His armor, his suit, just about everything, even his weapon, are stolen from the Galactic Federation as prototype weapons, so we do know that whoever he is, he has some deep connection to the Galactic Federation, as all of this is supposed to be illegal hardware in the first place. And in Metroid Prime Federation Force, we get more hints that he may be human, as if you get the secret ending at the end of that game, you actually see Sylux steal a baby Metroid, and at first glance you can't actually see much of Sylux, but if you mod the camera to go out, you actually see this shape right here. So at best we have a guy who may be possibly human, or woman who may possibly be human. Look, just for the sake of this video, to make it easier on me, I'm still going to refer to Sylux as a man, okay? If turns out I'm wrong in Metroid Prime 4, fine by me. It's not like they haven't done this trick before. Going away from his gear, one thing we can find out about Sylux is he is a very dangerous warrior. As in Metroid Prime 4, not Prime 4, well, actually Prime 4, he is shown to be leading an attack on Galactic Federation property, but no, that's not what I meant. What I was trying to say, in Metroid Prime Hunters, you can have a boss fight with Sylux in the main game story mode. And he's actually able to put up a decent fight, so whoever he is, he's an extremely dangerous warrior that's on par with Samus Aran, who is often considered the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter. We also know he's, according to a trophy in Smash Bros. Brawl, he is, quote, a skilled marksman and bounty hunter experienced in espionage skills such as scouting and tracking. While much of its background remains a mystery, it is clear that it hates Samus and the Federation. Sylux uses the Shock Coil, an experimental Federation-based weapon that continuously drains energy from enemies and refills its own. And in the Metroid Prime Hunter's Manual, the following can be said about Sylux. Sylux is a resourceful tracker and a deadly sharpshooter who harbors an intense hatred for the Galactic Federation, and for Samus Aran for assisting the Galactic Federation in the past. His weapon is called the Lockjaw, which fires a thing known as neutronios, which turns out is actually not lethal, but that's not the point of this video. And going over one more thing that has been written about Sylux, in the Metroid Prime Hunters official Nintendo's player guide, the following is said about him. Sylux was already in pursuit of Samus Aran when the, I can't pronounce this word, so I'm just going to say alien transmission was broadcasted. For a reason no one knows, Sylux has long nursed an intense hatred of the Galactic Federation, its members' planets, and most of all, its star bounty hunter, Samus. Sylux may well be Samus' equal, resourceful, efficient, and infinitely patient. The mysterious hunter has been tracking Samus secretly for days, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Sylux's primary target is Samus herself, but the secret of the ultimate power will be a great help against her. In fact, it might just be powerful enough to destroy the entire Galactic Federation. So, going off of everything that's ever been written about this man, all we know is he hates the Galactic Federation, he really hates Samus, and he's really good at tracking Samus. And this is actually proven in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, where the secret ending here shows Sylux in his ship following after Samus. Meaning this man is constantly following Samus no matter where she goes. Honestly, just going off this stuff alone, we really don't know anything about him. But yeah, this whole video is a nothing burger, but I really just want to talk about Sylux, so it's not a big deal to me. Maybe somebody else, but not me. But I do have a few theories on who I think Sylux is, and I'm just going to go ahead and say them and just see if I'm right when Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Bear in mind that if any of these are right, I have no official association with Nintendo, and I just got lucky. Alright, so theory number 1. Sylux is a former Galactic Federation scientist or Marine. I think this might be the most obvious one, and a lot of people assume it as well, because this form seems to be the most case, as he's a skilled warrior, he's clearly had training, he knew about this armor that was clearly modeled after Samus Aran. The question is why he would suddenly turn traitor if he was a Galactic Federation soldier is still up in the air. Maybe he was left behind or something on an operation that went wrong. We have seen that there are people in the Galactic Federation willing to backstab and assassinate their own soldiers if it needs to be. Look at Metroid Other M. Maybe this is another instance where something like this happened to Sylux and his squad, and now he wants revenge. And speaking of Metroid Other M, I have a guess to who maybe might be Sylux's real identity. Although I don't think Nintendo would ever do this. But if you've ever played Metroid Other M, first off, I'm sorry, I know your pain. You might remember a certain character technically dying. Okay, and I don't mean any of the guys on the bottle ship that got taken out by the leader. I mean the guy who was taken out way before this game ever happened. Way before Samus's career was really taken off in the first Metroid game. I'm talking about Ian Malkovich. I think this might be something. Now, hear me out. I know it's a bit of a far-fetched theory, but I think Ian might be Sylux because we originally assumed he was dead, and he might have now felt betrayed by Samus and the Galactic Federation for leaving him to dead. It would explain why he has such a huge fixation on Samus, because it was shown through flashbacks that he was actually kind of a really good friend with her, so maybe he feels extremely betrayed by Samus in this case for continuously helping the Galactic Federation who left him to dead. I meant die. It could be like a Red Hood kind of deal, where despite Samus still leaving the Galactic Federation, Ian is mad at her because she still continues to help them as being an independent bounty hunter for them. Granted, I don't think Nintendo is wanting to touch anything related to Other M if they can help it. This was the game that did put Metroid in another hiatus, and I doubt Nintendo really wants to touch anything from that game again, so I would be very surprised if it turns out Sylux's real name is Ian Malkovich. Moving on, another theory I have is, well, this one's a bit of a far-fetched theory, but even more than Ian Malkovich actually somehow being alive in Metroid Prime 4. We all know the Galactic Federation is out here with supercomputers. We saw the Aurora units in Metroid Prime 3. Mother Brain was created by the Chozo, and back to Other M, we know the Galactic Federation isn't below trying to make their own Mother Brain computer. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if they tried to make a robot Samus. I mean, think about it. This could make some sense. Samus has been copied twice already, to our knowledge, in the Metroid series. We had the first one being Dark Samus, and then we had the SAX. And going by what we saw in Fusion, the moment the Galactic Federation found out that the X was mimicking Samus, they were doing everything they could to try and capture those things because they wanted a Samus of their own. Well, a more loyal Samus of their own. So maybe Sylux, who is somehow Samus's equal in combat and is good at tracking her, could be a robot designed to replace Samus. It would make sense why Sylux has so much knowledge on the Galactic Federation, although I don't know why it hates the people who made it. Maybe it's mad at the Galactic Federation for always comparing it to Samus, which is why Sylux wants to destroy Samus, so the Galactic Federation will have no choice but to acknowledge it as the superior. And the last theory I have is I'm completely wrong, and Sylux may not even have a personal connection to Samus. It may just be some random person who really hates the Galactic Federation, is a really good thief, stole all this equipment, and now has decided to destroy the Galactic Federation and destroy Samus for some random reason. But that's really all I've got to say about this. I know this video was pretty much a nothing burger, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. Do you think any of my theories hold up? Do you think anything I said hold up? Or do you guys actually have theories of your own about Sylux? And how excited for you are Metroid Prime 4? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace!